Welcome back to another episode of Hatchets Hooch. I'm Hatchet, and this is Matt.
What's up, Matt?
What's up, Hatchet?
Hanging out, riding around, drinking a little liquor.
We are. We're having a little fun today.
Yeah, we've had a fun day today. It's not often we get together. Get
this video here.
So this is our second video of this evening.
This evening. We started this morning.
That's right. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
That's right.
So,
but we did take a break for lunch.
Right,
that was good.
So today we have a bottle of Hibiki. What you know about Hibiki there, Matthew?
Some Japanese whiskey.
Right, Japanese whiskey. And that's pretty much about all I know too. I've read a little bit.
I'll read some if you want me to.
Go ahead.
I cannot pronounce a lot of this Japanese stuff, but I will try.
He's not Japanese.
I'm not. Suntory Whiskey was founded in 1923 by some fella that I can't pronounce. For over 3 generations, Suntory's master blenders have devoted themselves to pursuing the harmony of Japanese nature and craftsmanship, shaped through masterful technique and served with a reverence for Japanese. Big words in Japanese. Suntory whiskeys are among the most awarded and admired in the world. I ain't reading the rest of this. There's a lot here. Hibiki is the paragon of harmony, launched in 1989 to commemorate Suntory's philosophy of living in harmony with people and nature. Hibiki means resonance in Japanese. I'm just going to stop there because there's like 3 more paragraphs.
Alright, so Hibiki has been around for a little while, and Japanese whiskey seems to be making a big dent here in America. People are really liking it. And so Hibiki has a 21-year-old, which has been discontinued, and a 17-year-old, and it has recently been discontinued. The reason is the demand is so high, they can't keep up enough production, so they've just discontinued it, and in another 20 years, they'll start putting out what they're making now. So this is all we can get right now. It's just the regular Hibiki. It doesn't have an age statement on it. But it is a single malt and some other whiskeys blended together. So this is a blended whiskey. And it's $65 a bottle here in America, which is pretty high when it comes to what we are normal to buy. But what drew me to this was not that it's so popular, but the tasting notes and the nose on it. So I'm going to read what it says. The nose smells like lychee, rose, and hints of rosemary. That is completely unheard of in any kind of a bourbon or whiskey that we have here in America. No. Or even a scotch. No. Irish whiskeys, nothing like that. And you have a sandalwood in there also, mature woodiness sandalwood. And it tastes like honey sweetness, candied orange peels. See, we've had the orange peel, but it's been a bitter to a sweet. But this is candied.
Yeah.
Like wow. And then white chocolate finish. That's insane.
That's crazy. We have had a chocolate. We've had a chocolate flavor in. Which one was that? One of the bourbons.
Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy had a chocolatey kind of.
But it was a cocoa.
It was a cocoa. It wasn't a sweet chocolate. It was a cocoa. It was kind of like a dark chocolate type flavor. But with a white chocolate, and then the white American white oaks that we have here in the char. This has a Japanese oak, so that could be completely different. Yeah.
That's exciting. So
this is either going to go really well or really bad.
And it's going to be like, oh.
Yeah, so this is a new Jack City here on Hatchets Hooch because this is going to be this video at this point could go either way. We're either going to love this or we're going to hate it. And
at the liquor store where they have this, they have the Hibiki in the middle, and they have Toki and something else I can't pronounce right beside it. But apparently, I think the Toki is actually one of the single malts that go in here. So you have 2 single malts, and then you have the blended. Of course, I went for the blended, even though it was more expensive. I think it's like $30 for the single malts, but it's blended and it has this kind of notes and stuff. Man, you can't pass something up like that.
Yeah.
So, in the wintertime, we use our sandalwood beer, and it smells so good. And if we're going to be able to taste that, that's awesome.
Be like gnawing on a beard comb.
That's right. So
we'll see. We'll see. I'm still kind of apprehensive about this just because it's a different animal.
Sure.
You know?
Well, change is hard for humans.
It is. It's definitely hard for me.
Creatures of habit. Now look at this sexy bottle.
That's fancy.
That is. It's got the flat spots all around it. The lid's the same way. Yeah, that's nice. Japanese Harmony. So I think we're in for a treat. And I can get the bucket ready to puke into.
Just in case.
Just in case.
We'll know once we smell it if it's gonna have kind of an idea of how it might taste.
Let's see if the Japanese corks have the same pop that American corks do.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And it's a cork. It's not a rubber like some of them are like a plastic or rubber.
So all right, Matt. Oh, it's got a nice pour too.
Yep.
That bottle's nice.
Now let's see if their nose claim is.
Yeah. So that color, we've seen many liquors this color. It's a light, but not like. It's not like the Sinister whiskey light, but it's a normal bourbon type.
Yeah.
We've seen some a lot darker, but this is there's no age statement on this how long it's aged, but.
It's probably close to at least. By the looks of it, at least a minimum of a year and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like the color looks young.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
That's different, ain't it?
That kind of puts me in the mind of a Scotch. Not completely, but kind of. There's some alcohol there. It's not as a complete different as I was expecting.
No, I thought it was going to be something really different. Really weird different even.
Yeah.
What did they say on the nose? They said
roses, lychee,
and rosemary.
I can smell the lychee. I don't know if you've ever had lychee. It's a fruit that the Japanese places are, the Asian restaurants make a bubble tea out of.
Bubble tea, yeah.
And it's a really sweet, and we bought them, at the flea market and ate them. It's very sweet, but it has a flavor of its own.
Yeah.
It's nothing to compare to it.
So, I guess I can kind of understand the rose, maybe. Just like there's a little bit of a floral scent to it. Not a whole lot.
Floral, but I don't know that it is particular.
I don't think it's a rose.
American roses that we're used to.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many varieties of roses, It does have a perfumey floral.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm getting to the scotches.
Yeah.
When you smell a scotch, it's kind of floral.
Yeah.
Like that perfumey.
I don't smell like a rosemary because I don't smell anything that is like herb. I don't smell herbal.
To me, rosemary is for cooking, and when you heat the rosemary up, you get a lot of scents, a lot of aroma, and I don't get it from here either. But maybe it's,
It could be different in Japan.
Yeah, I can definitely say that the rose is there. But, that could also be some of the alcohol that I'm smelling, too. Smelled enough. Ooh. Oh. It's got a hot.
The backside of that's a little something, man.
Yeah, the backside's kind of terrible. Oh, wait a minute. Here's something else. The floral rose. The Scotch type coming out on the back.
When I first tasted it, I thought, like, in my mind, I was thinking Scotch. Like, that's what popped in my head as soon as that's... Because it's like... It doesn't... I just don't know. This is something different. This is a different...
It's on the other side of the world.
It is. It ain't bad.
So...
It's just different.
Did you taste the sweetness? It seems like there was some.
There was
sweet,
a little sweet,
but it was overpowered by the floral perfumey.
Yeah.
I didn't taste the
no
orange.
white chocolate, no orange, no candied orange, none of that. I didn't taste any of that.
I wasn't looking for the white chocolate on the end there, but that may have been what it was.
White chocolate would not have tasted like that, let me tell you.
It says it's got a long finish, and my God, it was long.
It did. It really stuck around with you.
I think that's the longest finish I've ever had. Like it was just.
But the bad thing was it was.
Yeah, it was kind of a.
And then it went. Okay, not so bad. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, it was
something.
Let's try it again. It's not. Oh wait a minute.
Look. Okay, that's.
Wait a minute. Is that white chocolate? I think maybe I've tasted that white chocolate there.
Oh, I didn't. I'm gonna tell you something though. You can't tell this on the video. I have cold chills and it's not necessarily the good kind because it's from that where the point where both of our faces kind of pucker and contort. That's the part, and then I get cold chills. It's like I don't know. It's a sensory overload in my
really
world.
Is. That's the perfect explanation. There's so much going on. It's just
yeah.
So it's very floral and very perfumey, just like a Scotch would be, but it has a different characteristics than a Scotch does. But it like overpowers your whole mouth and your throat with like a. It's not an alcohol heat, but it is a heat coming up. And then the finish comes in, it just drags along. Yeah.
It makes your mouth water. Like it. This is something. I don't know. Man, Japanese. That's some weird stuff.
It really
is.
It's
so strange.
What about any oak? Can you taste any oak? If it's there, it's so overpowered by this.
There's too much else going on I think to even taste it. Like. Yeah. I know it's there. I just don't know.
Maybe the ice is going to help it out. I mean, how many times have we tasted a hot and then we ice it and so many more flavors come out afterwards? You know,
as long as it's not the kind of flavors that make me throw up, I'll be good.
I'm thinking that the ice is going to knock down the alcohol, the heat, and some of that perfumey there. And if that happens, then we might be able to talk about what's going on here. I had such high hopes for this too. Just reading what it says the nose and the taste is, just was like, wow.
Maybe you have to have a Japanese nose to smell
that's right. Yeah, maybe that's what our problem is.
Yep. We're just a bunch of dumb Americans.
That's right.
It's too sophisticated for our palate.
But now, I didn't taste or smell any sandalwood.
No.
And all winter long, man, I take that brush and smell that sandalwood. So I know what it smells like. And I don't chaw on it, but I know what it smells like. It's just too much overpowering it. So, I don't know. It toned down way down.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you don't see us doing more Scotch videos, because I don't like them. I've tried.
Now, I mean, it's very muted. Very, very muted.
I still don't smell no rosemary, but I can smell the lychee. Definitely the lychee sweetness.
And I still smell the floral.
Yeah, it's
not as prevalent as it was before, but there's definitely still some semblance of floral something.
And I don't want to call it rose. I mean, even though that's what the boxes tell us.
A rose by any other name. It's not that.
I mean, to me, it's... You know how they make perfumes? They take all these flowers and they put them in a still and they still it down into an oil.
Yeah.
It's like they poured the oil in here and it's like perfume from these flowers. So it's very floral, but it's so overpowered. Now the ice has dumbed it way down. It's still there, but dumbed it way down. So enough that we can smell something different. But to me, it's still almost like a Scotch. I mean, really. And what do you expect? I mean, it's single malt and whiskey's blended, so that's kind of what you're in for there.
Yeah.
So let's try it.
Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah.
Much better.
Much.
Still kind of has that Scotch tinge. Got a little more sweetness that time.
A lot more sweetness. Nowhere near as floral as Scotchy, and it doesn't drag your soul through the pits of hell on the end of it.
Yeah, I didn't get goosebumps this time.
Yeah, I mean it's so much shorter of a finish on it when you drink it with ice.
So that's the key. Take it with ice or add a little water to it.
Yeah.
And that'll help a lot. What was the proof on this? 86 proof.
Yeah,
See, I wouldn't have even thought that would have been. I mean, it shouldn't have been that hot to begin.
But see, I don't think it was the alcohol hot.
I think that's right. It was probably the peak or whatever.
Yeah, whatever's being used in it. I don't think I still don't have that Japanese oak that I'm looking for. And maybe I don't know what I'm looking for, but there's a bitterness there.
There is still bitterness. It's
not a bad bitter.
But I think that's just that bitterness is just that's the Scotch type flavor. That's what it is. I don't know. $65, you say?
Yes, sir.
They could keep it.
Well,
in my opinion, I couldn't justify $65 for this.
You're thinking of a $65 bottle of bourbon, which is made here in America. Think about Jameson, Johnny Walker, stuff that's not made here in America. The scotches have to be imported in, which makes the price go up. And this is the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a $30 bottle in Japan.
It probably is.
And it's probably, $30 is not bad.
No.
But when you get it here to America and it's $65, I'm not going to buy another one.
No.
I got a guy at work who says that I think the Hibiki 17 is the best thing he's ever tasted in his life. I'll probably sell this bottle for him. So,
yeah.
I mean, $25 for a bottle of Hibiki, he'll yank my arm off.
I'm not a fan of this.
No.
It's okay. It might mix well with something. I don't know. I wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to though. That's that's such a high price point. Try to mix it out.
But let's talk about Scotch drinkers. People who really enjoy Scotch probably really would enjoy something like this.
That's probably true.
It's a different animal to them, but still it has a lot of the same characteristics.
Yeah, I agree. But we don't have a whole lot of Scotch drinkers either in our little group.
Right. But now, think about Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah.
How much you didn't care for it either, but it's kind of similar to this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't like Scotch. I'm not a...
I've tried.
No, I can't do it.
So, I can see where it has its place, but it doesn't have a place here at Club Hermit.
It does not have a place here at Club Hermit. Sadly, this bottle is not going to be... we usually are like, heck yeah, that's good. This is going to be a good addition to the bar. This time I'm like, well, I mean, you can take it with you.
Take it home.
Yeah, I don't need that to be added.
No, I hate that, man. I had a lot of high hopes, but win some, you lose some, right?
That's right.
We won on that Taylor.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so for the price point here in America, $65, and a Scotch is going to be $40, $50. It may be worth the extra money to try something new.
It probably would be, especially if you like Scotch.
Sure.
Try it. I mean, but if you are like us and you're not fans of Scotch, then this is not where you want to go.
Waste.
Do not want to try this. I mean, okay, maybe you want to try it, but you probably won't like it if you don't like Scotch.
Try to find an airplane bottle of it.
Yeah, or find a buddy that has it already.
Sure. Yeah. No, for me, I'm not going to buy another bottle of this. This will be it. Even if I was to find the 17 or 21 somewhere, I may buy it to resell it, but I definitely wouldn't want to drink it.
No.
I can't see that even more age on this is going to help it out a whole lot.
No.
Yeah, I mean, the flavor's already there that I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
So, I don't know. Mix it if you want to.
Yeah.
But I would say no. Just drink it straight.
Or don't drink it at all.
Or don't drink it. Anything to add here?
No. Let us know what you think about it. If you've tried this, hit us up in the comments or link a video of you and what you have explanations of it, because maybe you're tasting something that we're not. I don't know. But as far as what we had here today, the sample that we took I'm not a fan.
No, this is too much of a Scotch for me. The perfumey floral overpowers everything, and there's just not enough distinction of the different flavors for me.
Yeah. So
I gotta say, 2 thumbs down on this one.
Make it 4.
4. So, all right. Like and subscribe, and like you said, let us know what you think about Hibiki, and we'll see you next time on Hatchets Hooch.